Yeah, sure. I can play a song for you called Maybe I.
Cool.
Maybe there's a fever burning on the inside of her, waiting for the demons to come and let the tears dry. But I'm still begging for the pale sugar water, eyes lazy for the truth. Am I still waiting like a lamb to the slaughter? Is your God believing you? Oh, maybe yeah, total wreck in my blood till there's nothing left. Maybe yeah, I regret or live a lie and let the virtues in. Maybe yeah, oh, 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 oh. Maybe there's a savior, cowboy with the right mind, smoking from the razor, cutting just to feel nice. But I'm still begging for the pale sugar water, eyes lazy for the truth. Am I still waiting like a lamb to the slaughter? Is your God believing you? Oh, maybe yeah, all the red in my blood till there's nothing left. Maybe yeah, won't regret or live a life that the vultures in. Maybe yeah, oh, 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 mess with me. Mess on me. Make a mess of me.
Amazing.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Des Rocs joining us for the virtual big room today. Can I ask, are you in New York City right now? Is that your spot there
Yeah, I'm in
in the background?
and I'm in my bedroom.
Nice. Well, it sounds good. You got great acoustics in there. I'll say
Oh,
that much.
thanks. I got like a little reverb going on the guitar here.
Mm,
Kind of going around. Yeah.
real professional sound. I love it for
Thanks,
this
man.
new
Appreciate
world.
it.
You know, how is it?
Really?
How is it in New York City right now? I can't imagine. I mean, it's kind of a ghost town here in Columbus, so I can't imagine what the difference is.
Yeah, man. New York is crazy. But we're a strong bunch and we're getting through it day by day. You know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely it's a place that's so defined by its closeness and how connected everybody is. So it's crazy to have that removed from it, but you know we deal with the tough times and we'll get through it.
Yeah, yeah, real collectivist. I like that. Have you been writing much?
Well, I've been writing constantly and working on just a ton of new music. You know, it's good to be able to take a break and just sit down um, and have the whole day to just create and all night. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of your writing, from what I understand, has previously been done in isolation. I believe, was it Ecuador that you went down to, and then upstate New York, writing kind
Yeah,
of off the grid there. Do you
yeah.
find that it's different or sort of the same?
When a lot of my records are made like in complete isolation, and it just allows me to be totally not distracted and to really just dig deep into myself and say things and do things that I probably ordinarily wouldn't do if I was in like a studio or in a room filled with a bunch of people writing a song.
Hmm. That makes sense. I mean, I saw a tweet that you posted not that long ago and said something about like about to leak 10 new songs. Do you have 10 new songs? Is that what we can expect?
I have 100 new songs, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've got so much new music, and I have a feeling that soon some of it's gonna start coming out, and I'm really excited.
Nice. So are we. Anything that we can get to hear here in the near future, I'd be grateful for. I do want to have you play another song, but there is one thing that I want to get to first, and I hate to rehash any old stories in interviews like these, but there is one story that I heard from you that I feel like everybody that's in the chat right now needs to know if they don't already, and it's the story of you opening for the Rolling Stones. Will you tell it to us again? Because I've heard it twice, and it still has not gotten old.
Yeah, so here I am opening for the Rolling Stones to like 80,000 people in a football stadium. And I'm getting ready backstage, and my intro music is playing. And I'm getting ready to run out there like I've practiced in my head 1,000 times, night after night, probably since I was 8 years old for this moment. And it starts to drizzle a little bit. And the stage manager comes over to me and he says, I got to tell you something. If it's raining, that stage is going to be more slippery than black ice. And I have like my in-ears in, which go pretty deep in your head. And I'm like, okay, slippery stage. Like I've played in literal hurricanes before. Like I'll be totally fine. And the first note comes down and I sprint out there to 80,000 people. And I take one step onto the stage and I slip. And literally like parallel to the floor, like in a cartoon. And I drop on my back. And I just like was stunned. And I just like was laying there on the ground like this, and I kind of like came to. I just look out over at my band, they're all cracking up. And I was like, man, I hope I didn't break my guitar, and I also hope I didn't break a bone.
Yeah, for real.
The adrenaline was pumping, and I just got right back up, and everyone cheered, and we played the rest of the show.
God, that's great. That's so cool. You're playing through the pain. It's a real Dave Grohl kind of vibe.
Oh, there's a lot of pain in everything I do. It's kind of my thing, yeah.
Yeah. Good point. All right. Well, Does Rocs, we'll have you play another one, and then we'll go from there, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, it's called Heavy Metal Dreamer. I fire, fire, fire. I run rivers of rain. I fuck the feelers, spend my while. Gonna kill like Edwin King. Nobody to see, nobody to lose. I'm on the street and black and blue. Get ready for me, I'm ready for you. Sharpen the blade, we'll witness the truth. Mother's teeth are pearly white, better to eat you with. Hey, my heavy metal dreamer. Get ready for some third rail love. Hey, my pretty little demon. Burn bright like the midnight sun. Rage like even the garden. Oh, the sweetest which you can bear. When the red tide's dragging you under, oh, you're gonna drown. Ready for me? I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm distracted. Hey, oh my heavy metal dreamer. Get ready for some dead alone. Oh my pretty little demon. Burn bright like the midnight sun. 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 Hey, hey.
I love it.
Thanks,
Does
man.
Rocs joining us today. I liked that you were reading the comments on that one. Did you
Well,
happen?
I looked up, I was playing it, and usually when I'm playing a song, I kind of get into my own little world, and I realized that you were gone. And I was like, what happened? And then I looked up and I saw a bunch of people saying things. I was like, what happened? And then I was like, I stopped playing the song. What happened? And then that was my train of thought in the span of about 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's good. Did you see the comment that said, petition to have all of your songs re-recorded acoustic?
Yeah, like so it's always kind of an experiment when I do something acoustic because it sounds nothing like the actual song. So
Right.
I'm just kind of reimagining it as if it wasn't my song, so that you can take like a choir and a bunch of psychos and put it all down into the six strings, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got that stripped down version of Used to the Darkness where you're performing it. It's a very recent upload from you where you performed it in Times Square when nobody was there. Um,
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool. Was that like an impromptu decision? Like, I got to get out there and do this?
Yeah, man, it was everything was getting ready to shut down and it seemed like nobody knew for how long. So I just grabbed a buddy and I was like, let's go to like the craziest place of New York and just kind of have this farewell moment to the city before we all have to live in our apartments forever. So, yeah, we went out there and filmed it and there was nobody around. The place that is so, it's like the most packed place on planet Earth. So it was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that you're doing some good work with it, though. There's a link in that in that description, I suppose, where you're raising money for an organization or for a pizza shop that's sending pizza to healthcare workers, and I think that's so
Oh, yeah.
important.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's great to get people fed and it's all for charity. Yeah,
mm, you are a pizza aficionado, and I like this quite a bit. Um, and I wanted to get your opinion here,
please.
since we in Columbus can't get a proper New York slice, and we won't ever get a proper New York slice because we're not in New York City, but we can get something close. And so I'd like to recruit your expertise. I went down to my favorite pizza shop just a few moments ago and grabbed a pizza,
Wow.
and I think it's pretty close. But if you just take a look at the pizza and tell me what we're working with here, I'd love to see your opinion on what makes a proper New York slice and whether
Wow.
this is close.
I mean, this is so unexpected. Can you take out a slice and can you fold it in half for me so I see how it folds, please?
See, I'm used to larger slices from this place. I don't know if I can say exactly where I got it from, but no, it's not doing a great fold.
No, see, it's half folded and it's just in the base and it's flopping. So I
It's
say that gets a big from me on the other slice.
all right. Well, next time you're in Columbus, we'll bring some pizzas by. You can taste test them, see what you think.
Thank you. I
Next
look
time you
forward
swing
to
by the station. All right. I do want to cut you loose, partly so I can eat the rest of that pizza. But one more thing before we do so,
Yeah,
I'd like to run you through a lightning round here at the end. Just a few rapid fire questions for you.
cool. Hit me.
Question number one: dogs or cats?
Dogs.
I try to ask everyone this. Prettiest American state in terms of geographical outline alone.
As far as how it looks on a map,
Yeah, which one has the best shape?
uh, Utah. I like clean
Mm.
lines.
The Aces said the same thing, but I think that's because they're from Utah.
Uh,
But that's cool. That's cool to get two Utahs in one
I'm
week.
pretty OCD. I like something that's square.
Yeah, I respect that. When is the first place, or where is the first place that you're going to go when all of this is over?
Outside New York City.
Okay, get that escape out of the way.
Yeah, anywhere outside New York so I can play shows. Once I
Oh,
have my
yeah,
first show back in New York, and then I want to just go and play everywhere. Yeah.
that's true. A man on the road. This one you've had 5 days to ruminate on. You posted it on Twitter. Cookies or cookie dough?
Cookie dough.
All right. I did like somebody's take on Twitter that was like a cookie covered in cookie dough.
I also forget that on Twitter people can see what I'm saying. So whenever someone brings up a tweet I tweeted, I'm like, oh, you can see those? Yeah. So,
This is a fan question that came in during the broadcast. Artemis Loved Him writes, do you have a favorite album of all time? It's
of
a hard
all
question.
time, yeah,
It's a
I have a
hard
favorite
question.
album of all time. It's a live album of Elvis Presley recorded at Madison Square Garden. It's called Prince from Another Planet, the afternoon show, not the morning show. I like the
Oh,
afternoon show better. Yeah,
okay.
that's my
I'll
favorite
check that
album.
one out. I don't
Yeah.
think I've heard that one, so I'll check it out after this, after I ask you the very last question that I like to ask everybody that comes through. If you had to, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
They're just both so cute. I would probably pick the horse-sized duck though, because I think it would just be a more dramatic kind of battle.
That
But I
would
don't
be it.
want to fight an period. But if I had to, gun to my head, I'd pick that one.
That'd be an epic battle. A courageous answer from Des Rocs. Thanks so much again for joining us today in the virtual big room.
Thanks for having me.
Have you play one more and then let you have the last word and all?
Sure. I'll play Used to the Darkness. Made mistakes. Lord struck me down on the slide on the ground. I hear them gates swing open loud. Plus the midnight take me home. In my eyes to the darkness, and everyone I knew was loved so long forgotten after you. Now would you pray before you twist the knife? Would you take my hand and take a life? I'm too damn young to give up on life. It's to the darkness, it's to the darkness. Yeah, I'm still a man, I'm only flesh and bone. Yeah, maybe but on everything I got. God else knows what else left to love. It's to the darkness, it's to the darkness. Yes, take up roses. Well, come alive on Fist of X fights in the red. In my life, the dark, everyone I knew, lost so long forgotten after you. Now would you pray before you twist the knife? Would you take my hand and take a life? I'm too damn young to give up on life. It's to the darkness, it's to the darkness. Yeah, I'm a stone man, I'm only flesh and bone. Yeah, baby, but on everything I do, God else knows what is to the darkness, it's to the darkness, yeah. I dare you to the darkness too. I dare you to the darkness. I dare you to the darkness too. I dare you to the darkness. Me or you kiss love? Would you take my and take a life? To them young, give up on life. It's to the darkness, it's to the darkness.
Sounds great. Des Rocs, thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
And we hope to see you in Columbus when when the world comes back to normal. Until then, any parting words?
Yeah, Columbus was one of the craziest damn shows of tour. I can't wait to get back there. That was so much fun, man. That was like the last one before this all happened.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you again. A pizza cheers on your way out, even though it is embarrassingly floppy.
It's embarrassing that I don't have one to salute you back with.
Oh, next time. All right. Take care. Thanks again.
Rock on.